Hello and welcome to the next Zlapped cast. Last time I casted was quite a bit of time ago, but now when I'm in Thailand, it's of course I figured that I might as well cast the Arena League here. And they're currently going into the Cycle 1, and they're having the format that we're going to have as well in NAEU, where you play a best of 2 against every team in the group. And the first game of today is DD0G versus MRR. I will only be casting one game today because I need to go after that. But this is a best of 2 between DD0G and MRR. And for those of you who don't know, as you can see, there is a roster change on the MRR side. Now they have Gus playing for MRR instead, and if I am not wrong, he's mid, at 071 is support, and Chetawan is suicide. I think I'm right when I'm saying that. So they've swapped around their roles, and they changed one of their players. And then for DD0G, it's the same team as DreamHack, but I'm just going to restart my game here so I can get sound. A second. We can get into the draft. Starting up. I will of course unblock the minimap when the game starts. I'm just there right now because I was streaming earlier before, and that's why. Okay, getting into the game. Yeah, this is of course an update for NAEU. For those of you who live in Thailand, you already know that what roster changes has happened and stuff like that. But okie dokie, let's go. Alright, so Tremble. Now I actually don't remember what bands. Okay, we got Warbeast, Midas, Behe, and Fade banned here in this game, and that's pretty standard bans I would say for these teams for sure. Both teams play an incredibly good Fade, Midas, and Behemoth, and Warbeast has been the first tier ban in all regions for a very long time. But in particular, I think DD0G play Fade quite a bit. Then we have a Tremble, Andromeda, Moira against the Doctor, Cersei, and Magnus so far. So pretty standard picks for both teams, I would say. Cersei has been a hero that is really popular in Thailand, and specifically for MRR. And Tremble has always been very good as well. So they already got both of their supports on Legion, which points towards either a double at 2-2-1 or a tri-lane. But we'll see exactly what they end up doing. Unless, oh, actually no. I think it was last week I saw a carry Andromeda. Andromeda could still carry. I personally don't like Andromeda carry, but these teams have done it before, so it's possible that they do it again. But DD0G here banning out the junglers for MRR, Parasite, and Ophelia. Let's see what they end up with the last one. If I was them, I would ban Tempest. But again, they do. Actually, no, I wouldn't ban Tempest at all because they do have Andro, they do have Moira. They have 2 really good cancels against Tempest. There's no way he's gonna get a good hold off. And from what I'm aware of, MRR doesn't play Solstice Legio at all, so they ban out Cthulhu Font instead. And I would actually like MRR to pick Tempest here if I was DD0G. I would want them to pick it, but I don't think they will. Gladiator. That's a Gladiator pick. Interesting. I like that. I've always been a fan of Gladiator, but we haven't really been able to pull it off in our team. Same T-shirt. That's because I haven't. Why am I even answering chat? Sorry, I shouldn't be answering chat when casting. Never mind. You're stupid, David. I was gone for 1 hour. Alright. This is 3 minutes delay, by the way, guys. 3 minutes delayed. So, no, I will not be talking to chat, and obviously, I will be focusing on the cast. So that was the one and only time during this cast I will be saying something. Okay. What does MRR want here? Do they want to pick up their carry? They could still jungle the Doctor Repulsor, of course, but like if you look at the Legion lineup here, they have an incredibly strong way of tri-laning right now. They could also double lane. Like they can do anything really, so they haven't really given anything away yet. As for MRR, they could jungle the Doctor, they could suicide the Magnus, they could mid the Doctor. Like neither of the teams have revealed their strategy yet, so we'll see what they ultimately end up doing. Swiftblade, so that's either in the tri-lane or as a carry hero. So DD0G here, they can either, I would say, let's see here, what would the best be to lane? It's really hard for their heroes to tri-lane against the Swiftblade, so I don't think they want to lane against the Swiftblade because both Moira and Andromeda will be useless against the spin. So I don't want to see them tri-lane, so I would like to see them 1-2-2 with Andromeda Gladi mid and Tremble Moira bottom, and then have a Suicide picked up now. And as for suicides, I like Deadwood. I like Bubbles. That was really good against both Swift and, well, really much all 4 of the heroes on Hellborn right now. Pharaoh is also decent, but it's going to be hard for him to lane, I think. And I don't really like Pharaoh with their lineup that they have. They kind of need like AoE, like Lodestone-ish, kind of like, they need a stun and they need AoE. Personally, I think so at least. Because they don't have like the best teamfight right now. They have Gladiator. Alright, so more gank-ish. So that's their Suicide, so they should be doing the lanes that I said. Suicide Grenix, interesting. I've never seen them pick that actually. I feel like he's going to be kind of food. But I might be wrong. Like, as long as they pick up Dust and Hellborn, he should be very easily killed. But interesting though. We'll see how he goes. But first, we'll check out their lanes. They might not do the lanes that I called. That's how I would lane it at least. But we'll see. We will see. Kinesis to finish it off here on MRR. Now. How do they want to lane? So Gus has the Doctor Repulsor. Nope, just kidding. Pung Pang is the Doctor. Okay, so it's a Suicide Swiftblade, Kinesis mid, and a tri-lane short lane with the Doctor Repulsor. So yeah, so it's gonna be as I expected. Grenix should not be able to lane. If they have any dust, Grenix will be food. But I think same really goes for. Well, Chitawan will do decent because he won't be able to be boxed up by Moira. But if they decide to tri-lane bottom, he's gonna be have a problem. But I kind of favor Hellborn's lineup here, I think. Like, in terms of raw laning, Hellborn should win, and when it comes to teamfights as well, I also give Hellborn the edge. But then again, I haven't actually seen a lineup like Legion's here being executed well in quite some time, so I could be wrong. But we'll see what they decide to do. Are they going to pull with Magnus and jungle with him, maybe? By the looks of Magnus's items, I think they're going to pull a wave like NAEU teams do, and then the jungle Magnus the first wave, get level 3 or 4, get your boots, start roaming. Yeah, definitely for sure. But the most important thing here is that Legion does not try lane against Hellborn's lineup. Like, they will lose tri lane versus tri lane, I think, because of the Swiftblade. But yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. So Hyena bought boots first. I'm not sure if he bought boots to be able to ward faster, but he's the furthest one behind, so I don't think that's the reason. He's probably going to sell his boots again, I would imagine. Not actually sure. Okay, so yeah, Gus is running bottom right now, and the other 4 heroes are running top. I mean, I haven't seen this lineup of MRR being played. Not the lineup, like the player lineup. These 5 players, I've never seen them play together yet. So, but from what I've been told, Gus is their mid player. But they could still. I mean, if they expect a tri lane, if they do expect a tri lane from D-Dog, they should definitely send Kinesis bottom to actually lane there. I'm not sure if he's going there to ward now. But they should send him bottom to 1v1 against the Tremble or Gladiator or Grenix, whatever they decide to put there. Regardless of what it is, Kinesis should be bottom 1v1 if they expect a tri lane top. But if I was MRR, in my head, D-Dog does not want to tri lane against your Swiftblade. And Pumpang has a bottle. Okay, now I'm incredibly confused. If he has a bottle first, to me, that tells me that he's going to jungle. And then they'll have Magnus mid, Swiftblade Cersei top, and the jungle doctor. But I've never seen Pumpang jungle doctor. Okay, has Pumpang have a jungle doctor?
I have no idea.
I've never seen him jungle doctor. I mean, jungle doctor is what I called in the picking stage, but since Pumpang picked up the doctor and Gus the Kinesis, I did not expect these lanes. I guess that's my inexperience in the current TIE scene. I haven't, like I said, seen this player lineup before, so I might be just miscalculating the way they play. But on paper, with the items provided right now, it feels like a jungle doctor, Magnus mid, and Swiftblade Cersei top. Now let's see what D-Dog decides to do here, and if there's going to be a level 1 Bloodlust here.
I think it's because Pumpang can play like a better doctor than Godcast's A, so it's gonna be better.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, it's the same in our team. Like, the Flensmeister played a better doctor than I did, but I still jungled him because I'm a more experienced jungle player. But we did actually talk about putting him on the jungle doctor because he plays a better doctor than me. So it would make sense in theory that Pumpang plays the doctor, but the question is, has he practiced it? Is he a good doctor jungle? But we'll see. If anyone was wondering who I'm talking to, my translator is right next to me. What's the time? 19. Okay. Really, yeah. It looks like it. And D-Dog is going to dodge the tri lane as I expected. That's definitely the right decision. Grinix goes top. And honestly, I feel like Grinix will do very well against Cersei's. Grinix should be able to get experience top. He will of course lose the lane. It's a Swiftblade Cersei. Doctor will be free farming because there's no blocked camps or anything like that. And then in the mid lane we have a Magnus against Andro Gladiator, so he should be struggling a little bit, but still be able to find a little bit of farm. And in okay, Moira is top with Grinix, my mistake, and I should move my cam. Glad I reminded myself. Forgot about that. Roop. 1 second. I'll be a very small face down here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Moira Grinix is not a strong lane, and Moira is useless against Swiftblade in terms of like if Cersei catches Moira and Swiftblade spins, she should be dead. So I really don't like this lane setup here by D-Dog, but we'll see if it works out. And Pungpang is doing the jungle rotation that I do as well, so it seems like he knows how to do it from the start at least. He should be pooping up here, stacking both of them. Correct. He might fuck this up though. I don't think he plays the poop further. No, he got it. Nice. Yeah, okay. So he's doing the regular rotation. Probably been told by his team or he's been practicing it, like I said. I'm not sure. Then he's gonna kill the easy camp, stack the hard camp, and go home. So bottom lane we have the Tremble versus Kinesis. Kinesis is gonna shit on Tremble, like absolutely shit on him. So MRR is already winning bottom. They're going to win top, and then mid should. Oh wait, Andros moving bottom. Okay, Andros moving bottom. That's the correct decision because, as I said, Kinesis will beat Tremble 1v1. So if they leave them like that, they will lose. So now we have a Glad versus Magnus mid. This should be a pretty even lane. So right now we got an even mid. Kinesis might struggle here. We'll see. Oh, is she gonna die? Oh, he doesn't have enough gold to buy boots, so he can't. Guskus has a lot of regen here. He can just man up. Yeah. It's really hard for an Andro to box out a Kinesis, so what they need to do down here is they need to pick up boots on Tremble as fast as possible. Oh, nice spawn. I am really bad right now. I actually did not see Moira TP down, which I should have done. I haven't eaten anything all day, I'm gonna blame on that. I didn't actually see Moira TP. Anyway, Moira TP's bottom, spawns an illusion, gets the kill, but Guskus does end up getting the Bloodlust first, so that's of course a better trade for him. He's going to go down bottom, pick up his newly found bottle, and this will just be even harder for Legion. But if they decide to try in here... Oh, haste. If he can force a stun mid, I was just going to say, they might be able to kill mid, but he doesn't have enough mana right now. He does have Steam Buff though, and his bottle is coming, so yeah, okay. This kill should happen either bottom or top. They're probably waiting for Andro here. When Kinesis walks up, he's going to take the haste. Yeah, she took the haste. Kinesis has to back off here, otherwise she's going to die to the haste, but she knows that. I mean god damn it. I usually play the girl Kinesis, so I keep saying she. Alright, so top lane. As I expected, Grinix is getting experience, but Swiftblade is of course going to be free farming. He has actually gotten quite a bit of last hits though. He's at 9 last hits here, which is really good against Swiftblade Cersei. But now he's solo of course. Doctor will be killing a double stack here, and then he will be killing a double easy. So farming well as expected here on Pungpang. And in the mid lane we got 18 free versus 16 and 2, so nothing really going out of the ordinary right now, except that Legion, like I said, decided to try lane bottom now. We'll be missing the pull here on Hyena, that's unfortunate. But they really need to help this Tremble, because he will struggle here really badly. 1 second to tab out really fast and read my Facebook, just to see if Ty is here. Grinix going in here to try and steal a creep from the pull, should be able to. Steal the ogre? No, he's gonna prioritize hitting the Cersei. I don't agree with that. Unless he tries to go for the kill, which he shouldn't be able to get. Better to just get experience from the medium camp, I think. Pungpang will go back to base after stacking the hard camp here, just keeping up his farm, currently at 270, so doing decently, good enough. Moira will be spawning bottom to stop Magnus from taking the rune, and Andro will take the top rune for Gladiator. So, good rotations coming out here from D-Dog. Gonna swap, there we go. A little bit ahead right now for MRR because they have a jungler, so they're getting more experience that way. Guskus still doing good bottom, he's 310 GPM, so very decently played here. And he's currently alone while Hyena is pulling. Trying to figure what they should be doing here. If there's anything they can do better. I mean, no, I think they should just keep playing the way it is. Pung Pang just hitting the 300 GPM mark, so doing very well, of course. Probably going to be stacking medium here if he can get there in time, which he should be able to. Sadly, it's Wild Hunter, so he won't be able to kill it. Grennick's going to be hitting level 5 soon, I'd imagine. Down to 14 and 1 versus 31 and 11, so of course, as stated, Swiftblade is still free farming. Kinesis will be rotating towards mid here by the looks of it, so they might be trying to set up a kill on either Gladiator or Andro, and they don't actually have any vision here, so Guska should be able to get a kill here. Unless he gets spotted by something else. It is daytime, he is rotating around. What are you doing, Guskas? Let's see. If I was Magnus here, I would try to bait Legion to use their spells, but Moira is in range of spawning, you always gotta keep that in mind. But he will be spotted by the ward here from Hyena now. And he will be rotating towards the bottom lane again to finish his level 6. And now, as you can see, Tremble has recovered very well. He's 400 GPM now, farming very, very fast, so that's good. He's almost 100 GPM over Swiftblade, so that's, of course, a good news for D-Dog. Also, Tremble is generally a really good hero against Swiftblade, so it's a good carry against carry, too, so to speak. I would like to see Legion, was just gonna say, triple all their camps. I was gonna say that Gladiator should have been stacking this, but he prioritizes the Ruin, which is fine. He does end up getting the haste. And they have a double hard camp, triple easy, triple... Nope, he fucked that up. Double hard camp here as well, so if... Yeah, I was just gonna... They were doing what I'm trying to say here. They should rotate Andromeda mid, so she gets experience mid. She should be up last hitting here right now, while Gladiator just farms the stacks in the jungle. So she should be walking up here now. And farm the camps. It looks like she's a little bit afraid because they can't see 2 heroes on the map. As you can see, they have no vision up here, so all they currently know is that Doctor and Cersei are missing. They don't know where they are, so she's a little bit afraid of taking the last hits, which is fine. But yeah, Gladiator rotated into the jungle just as I wanted to. Now I would like to see Moira stacking these 2 camps, of course, here, which she probably will be doing. Probably miles ahead of me thinking that already. And Gladiator just going to keep up the farm here. As for top lane, 200 GPM Grenex should be able to... I would like to see him rotate either mid or bottom soon, but of course they're farming stacks right now, so have to prioritize that first. Lord Michael. I played with Michael earlier today. The guy's crazy. It's funny to play with. Alright, looks like he's going to go back to base and then use the haste to gank a lane. I would like to see him gank top if possible. Maybe get a kill on Cersei, buy some dust. I think that could be a very possible kill, especially since Grenix is level 6, and he just used a spin. This is where you use your haste, go back to base, and TP top, I think. I really feel like they can get a kill here. We'll see what he decides to do. Doctor is diving behind him, though, so might be a dead Grenix instead. He just picked up the dust. TP top, Michael. He's not going to TP? Nope, he's already dead. Too late. They might be able to get a kill on Magnus here. He is going to Pitfall. Oh, it gets dodged. Wow. And now Guskus is coming in from behind. That should be a dead Andromeda. Just kidding. Barely did any damage at all. They're now going to chase him down. Moira will spawn. And that should be a dead Kinesis. And good rotation here, of course, from the Boris pet from Kanan Pang. Will also be TPing in with his hero. And they get a kill. Oh, nice Pitfall. He should be able to get a stun here from Andromeda. That was a really nice Pitfall. Well played by Lord Michael. 2 kills going down in favor of D-Dog. Really well done. Grennis will now be porting in top. He does not have any dust, so he cannot go for the kill on Cersei. She also has enough mana for... Now Pung Pang is coming in from the left. He should be gripping the Hyena here. Hyena should be pretty dead. Yep, Hyena is dead. Will Kanan Pang get a return kill is the question. If he can land a really nice Pitfall, come on, Michael. And... so close. He might still die anyway. Yeah, Pung Pang will drop anyway. Now Kanan Pang is on the run, but he will decide to man up on Guskus instead. Sadly, Michael is going to get killed in the background. Kanan Pang gets the kill. Really well played, and wow. Lord Michael actually got out alive. With his Invis rune that he had waddled up. That's insane. Kanan Pang might still be in trouble though. He needs to mount and TP out in 7 seconds. Oh no, don't place him out there. No, 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 no. Is he gonna get caught? That's Pung Pang porting in, right? Yeah, that's Pung Pang. And that is a dead Kanan Pang. That's unfortunate. He played that really well. Almost got out alive, but mounted right in top of the enemy hero. Well played so far from D-Dog here. Now, I'm curious to see what Chitawan will be going, if he's going to be going, what item was that? Yeah, he's going Cleaver. I've seen a lot, like, during my, I've been in Thailand now for 6 days, right? 5 days. And a lot of, like, every Swiftblade actually, not a lot, every Swiftblade goes Cleaver. So it's interesting to see carry Swiftblade coming back to the game. We don't really play that in NAEU, so it's just interesting. I can't say interesting, I'm retarded. Interesting to see that Swiftblade is making the comeback. Right, 1 second, just tabbing out Facebook really quick. Okay, back up. Sorry, just gotta keep an eye on if Ty is nearby. He's on his way over here. So when he comes here, I just gotta make sure he comes up. Okay, so lightning will be picked up in 100 gold here on Tremble. It's a 10-minute lightning, so of course a very good timer on Tremble here. Incredibly good timer. Kinesis almost has his steam boots. Going to be he's been dying a little bit now after lane. He played really well in lane, but sadly after laning phase, he's been getting a little bit gimped and dying in terms of fights and ganks, so that's unfortunate. Are they gonna go for a kill here though? No, there is a pink behind him. Godcase is A sitting behind. That's an interesting word. I actually have never seen anyone place that on their own side of the map. I mean, here is usually placed, sometimes here. Like, we're talking Hellborn now. If you're Hellborn, the word is anywhere between that spot and that. I've actually never seen it being placed all the way up there. It's good to know. Otherwise, we got... Oh, did Hyena screw up that word, or is that just on the edge? Just on the edge. Alright, so Ancients are almost triple here on Hellborn. I would take it that Magnus takes that later. Oh, wow. Auk Bones on Doctor? Really? Holy shit, that's greedy. Alright, so Auk Bones finished on Doctor. They're going for late game here, which is obviously with the Cleaver on Swiftblade and Auk Bones on Doctor. That's what I would like to do as well. So now, Legion does have an incredibly aggressive lineup with the Moira Illusion and Grinix and the global presence of the Tremble, so they should be able to find kills. The problem is that if they don't find any kills, because they do have a lot of wards on MRR, they do have Cersei Illusions to scout, it's going to be a very troublesome game for them. Chitawan does end up taking the last hit of top tower, and I believe he's only 200 off the Cleaver. I might be wrong, but I think he already has 1 broadsword. So in 100 gold, he should be able. He could sell his shield for a Cleaver, but he shouldn't. Just go spin this, and he has his Cleaver. So, and there's the triple ancient. So yeah, either Magnus or Swiftblade should be taking these, but I believe it should be Magnus because he'll just get closer towards his blink. And Legion are of course killing their own ancients here with a DD Tremble, just growing his GPM, getting close to 500. And it looks like a Shroud being worked on by Lord Michael. So he's going the classical Gladiator build with a Shroud into Rift Shards most likely. Unless he's going something else. Like I said, I don't really see Gladiator very often in any game really, not in TMM or competitive, so. But in competitive mostly. So, unsure of what he will go. Godcase say will start blocking camps here with a Rev Ward. That's interesting. So he will start to slow down the Legion's farm. Once again, they're just going for the late game here on MRR. They want to just cripple the farm on Legion and just farm their own heroes. And I would say that's a fine choice to be making. Now, there's one of the broadswords. Where is numero dos? I'm pretty sure he has his Cleaver in base, so he's sending it back home now to pick up his Cleaver. Just would like to give a fast shout out for 600 viewers on Talk Talk. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Any items I've been missing? Smoke on Kinesis. No items or no plays coming in right now. Just Cersei scouting with illusions, blocking camps. Another one blocked here, as you can see. So they're just crippling Legion's farm and just playing their own game. And this is what I talked about. D-Dog really needs to get something going. To have an aggressive lineup. They do have a Tremble carry, like, don't get me wrong, but Tremble only gets you so far. So it's important for them to... oh, he got both of the wards there. That was well played. Good Rev Ward. Getting both the Rev and the real ward here. So that's good. KSSA stacking the Ancients will sadly be unsuccessful in doing so. A DD's bottom picked up by Cersei. The campus will still be blocked. Alright. Pung just keeping up his farm up here in the top lane. Closing in on the 400 here. Gonna hit it after this camp. Cleaver is finished and working towards a blink on Magnus. I'm not sure. I've actually never in my entire life seen Gus play any hero or any game, so I don't know what items or what his signature is. I don't know if he's an aggressive style of player or if he's, like, is he a D-Dog player, just really aggressive, or is he more MRR style? I would guess that he's like MRR, probably why they picked him up. But I've heard he's one of the best players in the game. I heard that before he was picked up by MRR, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy can pull out in today's games that I will be casting. And if this was me, I would be picking up Blink or next, unless we would be fighting a lot, then I would pick up Gnomes. But looking at Hellborn's items, they don't want to fight at all, so I would pick up Blink Tablet here on Kinesis. Blink Tablet into Sheep would be my preferred kind of build. We'll see what Gus decides to do. I would definitely like to see the Blink though, because even though they want to take this late game, they still want to find picks with Doctor. So I would like to have him, like him to have some kind of follow-up on the Doctor Repulsor. More stacks coming out, and D-Dog is, yeah, they're getting further and further behind because of the warding from Hellborn. They're just blocking their camps, and they're keeping them on their side of the map. D-Dog is not getting any space to make any plays right now, and yeah, that's why we're seeing their lead crippling a little bit. Shrunken being worked on by Tremble, of course, and the Shroud is finished by Gladiator, and now we're going for a play. We got Grennings running in with a smoke, now using his Invis. If they find the Doctor here, that could be so... Oh no, I don't like that. They're gonna instantly TP in from MRR, I knew that. Like, as soon as they initiated, I knew that Grennings is dead. That was a really bad play. Lord Michael sadly misses his entire ulti. Will Grennings be able to get out alive though? It looks like they've forced the entire Hellborn team up top here with TPs, but nothing is going to be happening, so at least that's lucky for them. I really thought they were going to die there. As soon as you cannot go on Doctor like that with Gladiator initiating. It's just not going to work, and that's why I immediately knew that the instant TPs would be coming here. But Grennings is coming back in with a Regen Rune, trying to find someone in the jungle. Will not be able to do so. Does D-Dog actually want to push here? I don't... They don't know if... they have to make some kind of play, but I don't think a straight up 5v5 push is the way to go. But we'll see here what they decide to do. Ward being placed by Hyena in the middle lane. They could try to kill 071 here. It's 150 gold off his Blink. As soon as Magnus gets his Blink, that's when you want to see them start playing. And I actually like this. He picked up Void Talisman and Kinesis, and I think that's really good because that makes him basically unkillable to both Gladiator and... well, Gladiator does true damage if he whips, but if he's just auto-attacking, he won't die to Gladiator, and Tremble can't kill him. So Tremble can no longer focus Kinesis, so I actually think that's a decent item pickup. I still would like to see the Blink first, but Void Talisman is just fine. But for those of you who don't know, anyone that gets hit by the whip, like not the guy, like not the thing he's hitting, but the people behind it, will always be hit by true damage, which goes through Shrunken and like it goes through everything. It just deals X amount of damage. So Void Talisman doesn't actually help against the whip, just regular auto attacks, and that's a huge pit. Oh, not a huge pitfall. The ulti will hit one of his team members though, so he's going to take less damage. He also takes less damage himself, of course. Is he going to hit his Kinesis? That's the question. Grennings will be getting out. Meanwhile, Tremble is shrunkening up. Swiftblade is ulting. Sadly, will not be getting a very good ulti off. And Cersei actually took over Tremble, but should be dropping here. Nope. They see Magnus ulting in the background, and Magnus goes back in with a huge ultimate, and Shithaman gets 2 kills. That was beautiful. Blink just being picked up by Magnus and instantly getting 2 kills, and that was really well played by MRR. They've been a little bit unfortunate here on the D-Dog sides about just hitting their spells. Like, there's been a lot of misspells, a little bit of miscommunication here. He queued him, Grennings stunned him out of the Pitfall, and Pitfall sadly did not land on the target, so that's a little bit... that's not very good. But this is what I meant, like, on paper, I really liked MRR's lineup over D-Dog's, especially when they decided to jungle the Doctor, because I didn't see D-Dog being able to respond to it, but D-Dog's lineup is still incredibly strong, and I really like it, but they need to get these plays being made off. They can't get the plays made on them, as you can see right now, Tremble being dropped here. Grennings is going to stun the Magnus into Gladiator, but he will not be dying. Oh, really close. Cersei does end up falling, but the whip almost finishing up 071. If he actually got that Magnus kill, would have been better, of course, but yeah, MRR's lead is going to keep on increasing here, and now it's really hard for D-Dog to make any plays because MRR has so much response. They have a Doctor Repulsor, they have a Magnus Blink, so anytime D-Dog makes a play on none of these 2 heroes, if they make a play on Swiftblade, make a play on Kinesis, there will instantly be counterplay, and as you can see right here, They will try to get a kill going, but nope, they're going to be backing off. But Gus is coming in here. Is he actually going for this? No. Alright, that would have been a little bit YOLO right there. The two supports try to pick off a hero of the Hellborn team, but is unable to do so. 520 GPM now on Shitawan. Not sure what item he should be going next. I kind of... I would probably pick up I was going to say Frostburn. I don't want to see him go Dawnbringer this game. I don't think Dawnbringer is very good. I would like to see a Frostburn Wingbow Savage combo this game. I'm not sure if he should get Lifesteal like Abyssal. Abyssal is really good against Tremble because as long as you have a lot of armor, Tremble doesn't deal any damage. So if you have, like I said, a lot of armor, Tremble doesn't deal damage. Perfect for you. So I would like to see him go Abyssal next into probably, as I said, Savage or Wingbow. I would like to see him have both Savage and Wingbow by the end of the game. I don't think he needs the Light Brand at all, so I don't want to see him get the Light Brand. This Moira should be dead, but now incoming 1 TP, 2 TPs from DD0G. I honestly think the MRR is just going to turn this fight right here. Pitfall will sadly miss. It's going to be taken over by Cersei, but Cersei will be cancelled by Raddob Pates. But Raddob Pates is going to get hit. Oh, really nice rev ward there from God KSSA, placing it in trees, hitting his Q, and Raddob Pates is going to get killed. Really well played from MRR so far. Don't really have any complaints. What he also could do, he could also pick up Blink on Chetawan and just instantly blink on either Moira or... I don't like Moira, but he could blink on Andro, Grenex, Gladiator, just try to pick off one hero. But I would rather have him go the full-on carry route with the Wingbow Savage later on. We'll see what Chetawan ends up deciding to do. But yeah, I don't really like Blink this game. Blink is more of the utility build, and I really feel like he could just go all-out carry here. And I would guess this is a Basher being worked on by Canon Pang. He's going to finish that any second here. And Energizer finished here. He had that before as well. Ghost Marchers on Andromeda. I guess Pung Pang, I'm not sure. I haven't seen him Jungle Doctor before, but I guess a Hellflower or Cheap would be in order. He could go Shrunken, but I don't feel like he needs it. Yeah, I don't want to see him go Shrunken at all. It looks like he's going Tablet on Gus. That's fine. I still like Blink more. Fourth place, and someone subscribed. Thank you, Crassers, for the resub, bro. Welcome back, man. Thank you very much. Okie dokie.
Scout 'em and rout 'em.
One more. And Blixen, thank you very much for 3 months of subscription as well. And we're at 1,700 live viewers right now, guys. That's very nice of you. I hope you're enjoying my cast. Basher is now finished on Tremble, and oh, they're going to be smoking up here towards the top lane. However, the entire Hellborn lineup is either mid or in the Legion jungle towards it, so they're not going to be finding a kill here in the top lane. And they're desperately trying to search for a play right now, which is really what they need to do, but they're not going to find it. MRR is playing good, they're avoiding it, they're crippling them of their farm and just trying to increase their items, and that's exactly the way MRR wants to play this game. Keep farming, don't let DD0G farm, and they're going to win this game easy peasy. And it looks like he's going to be working on an Abyssal. He picked up the Hungry Spirit right here, so he is going to items as I expected. I'm still not sure if he's going to go towards the Savage Wingbow combo, but we'll see. Would be nice. DD0G is aware of the fact that MRR is attempting Conquer, or they think they're attempting Conquer, then we'll be moving over now. Swiftblade will be spotted with the Aurora. Grenex is actually going to initiate here on Cersei, but will be instantly counter-initiated on, but Lord Michael is going to be falling to Dr. Repulsor. Tremble instantly goes in and kills the Cersei. Oh, nice Moira ult there. They just need to kill the Swiftblade as soon as they're up. As long as the Shrunken is up on Tremble, they're safe. Tremble will be focusing Magnus instead, though. And, no, he turns around on Swiftblade again, kills the Swiftblade. But will sadly end up dropping anyway. That was good man up there. I was going to say that he needs to focus the Swiftblade as soon as the Moira ulti is over. He hit the Magnus twice, but instantly after swap to the Swiftblade and ends up dropping him. So, good focus there. Sadly, your entire team is dead, bro. There's nothing you can do about it. And I honestly think MRR's lead is a little bit too big now. It's going to be too hard for Canon Pang to carry this game, but we'll see. There's always time for recovery, and I don't really feel like they've been able to utilize Gladiator enough. Like, the way you want to play Gladiator, in my theory and in what I think, because obviously I haven't been able to play it a lot myself, is that you always want to get an ulti to either hit the enemy heroes, well, duh, or ulti your entire team. Like, you don't actually have to hit a single enemy hero, but if you ulti through your entire team takes half damage, which is insane. Imagine taking half of the Hellborn's team's lineup's damage for, like, 8 seconds? 6 seconds? 10 seconds. Yeah, there you go. So, like, it's incredible. So I would really have liked to see Lord Michael place his ultimates to either help his team instead of trying to... Because he's been trying to hit heroes every single team fight and has sadly been unable to do so. So I really would like to see him just next team fight put it on his teammates instead. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, God KSSA is going to continue his scouting with illusions. That's what he's been doing lately. Abyssal is now finished on the Swiftblade and Tablet on Gus. Lightbrand on Pung Pang, so he's going the Grimoire route. Should be having that finished very soon. He picked up post-haste actually. So Lightbrand post-haste here. So he's going to be post-hasting. Where are you going, my friend? You are going mid lane. Looks like Hellborn really wants to do that Conga now. And Legion actually, yeah, they do have a ward. So they will see this Conga attempt and should be moving over towards there. And this is where I'm talking about now. I want Michael to just place his ulti over his entire team. Ignore trying to hit heroes. Fuck hitting heroes. Just ulti your entire team instead and try and lower the damage. They're going to try and initiate here on Magnus, but they do have an eye on Doctor. Grinix is going to instantly be picked off here by Gus ulti. Lord Michael's ulti only hits 071. Hyena is getting damaged, and oh, Gladiator getting out with no life, which is Cersei, of course. Cersei will be ulting, but missing Pitfall and ulti because of Hyena's very nice ulti. Ulti's everywhere. Tremble is auto-attacking Doctor, but Shitawan's ulti is too strong for him. He will be dropping. And now only Andromeda is left behind because Michael is already far away, TPing out. And this is probably where I would say that now there is honestly no way of returning from D-Dog, regardless of what they do. MRR's lineup is simply too strong right now. Grimoire almost finished now on Pung Pang. They just have too much gold. It's 23,000 experience, 18,000 gold lead. There's way too much farm here on the MRR lineup. And I would definitely see that this as a 1-0 for MRR, but I am a caster, so I'm not allowed to call the game yet. That's up to the players. We'll see what they decide to do here. And I'm still interested to see if Lord Michael will be going towards his rip charts here. The standard old-time Gladiator build. But yeah, all in all, I feel like it's been a very well-played game from MRR.
Scout 'em and rout 'em.
Nope. Also, thank you for 9 months of subscription, HPaul. Thank you very much. 2,000 viewers now, guys. That's very nice. 1,200 viewers on TalkTalk. Holy fucking shit. And 800 on Twitch. Thank you guys for the big support of my casting. Okie dokie. Alright, so let's see here. And let's just try to think of ourselves in D-Dog's position here. They're probably very desperate right now. What do they want to do? They can't team fight. They don't want to push. They want to find pickoffs, but how do they find pickoffs? Their vision is not close to being good enough. They can't really place wards either without being picked off due to the farm here on the Hellborn team and their vision. They do have a good ward here, spawning them running out of base from Hyena. I don't know. I can't see any items or ways like that they could do here. I don't really know how I can, like, what I can see, what D-Dog's thinking right now. It's really really hard for them to do anything here. We'll see what Shitawan ends up doing here. Would still like to see the Savage Wingbow route, so I would like to see Wingbow here next. Honestly, in a game like this, he could even split into Geos Frostwolf. I don't see that as bad. He would get quite tanky. Geos can remove the RS and stuff from the Legion team, but oh, I missed that. Pung Pang post-haste the bottom. Oh, actually, he didn't even post-haste. He just ran bottom, got an instant kill on Hyena, and now he will just be regening over towards the mid lane. MRR will be pushing towards the base, and this should be the final push of the game. Genjuro finished on Michael. I would have liked to see Rift Charge, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. So Genjuro is finished. Grinix will be lifted here by Gus. In the background, though, Pung Pang is flying in on Andro. Will be finishing off the Andro. Oh my god, that was a huge Magma stun and Kinesis ulti, and I can't hear anything because HoN sounds are so loud, but someone's dying. Tremble is going to be killed by the lift. Buyback's coming out, but no, actually not a buyback. He never died. Hyena will be saving his own life, but that's the game. Very good game here from MRR. As I said from the start, they really needed to. They did what I said they did. They couldn't. Well, actually, let's take it from the start here. So they started off with Moira top. I think that is a mistake because I don't think Moira can do anything against the Swiftblade lane. I don't see how Moira and Grinix will be able to win against Swiftblade Cersei. So I think that was an original mistake. However, D-Dog were very, very fast at rotating their lanes. They moved down Moira bottom to get a kill, but Gus was fast enough to get the Bloodlust, which helped him quite a bit in the laning phase. So really fast rotations coming out from D-Dog, but not enough. I don't really see why they would start with Mora top. I think Mora should have been bottom from the start, Andro mid, just win 2 lanes. But I like the way MRR played the game. I like that they put Dr. Jungle. That's what I originally said in the pick screen, and I think that was a very, very good good way of doing it, because even if D-Dog tri-laned, Swiftblade won't die. He will just spin away every time Mora and Andro stuns. So I feel like MRR had a little bit of a better draft, not too much, but a little bit of a better draft, and they really just played the game really well. So that was a decent game 1. Well played, MRR. 1-0 to you. And for those of you just tuning in, this is a best of 2. It's the HoN Tour Cycle 1 in, Garena League Cycle 1 in HoN Tour here in Thailand, and it's MRR versus HBX, best of 2. 1-0 to MRR. Next game coming soon.